Once upon a time, in a lush, sun-dappled meadow bordered by wildflowers and gentle whispering trees, lived Benny the bunny. Benny wasn't just any rabbit. His snowy white fur shone like a dusting of fresh snow, and his large ears always stood tall, except for a playful bend at the tip of one. Benny's emerald green eyes sparkled with cleverness and curiosity, and his favorite sky blue vest, decorated with tiny brass buttons and secret little pockets, hugged him snugly. Around his neck fluttered a soft crimson scarf, its ends trailing behind him like banners whenever he hopped. One breezy morning, the meadow was filled with birdsong and the sweet scent of clover. Benny bounced out of his burrow, feeling the cool dewdrops tickle his pink padded paws. Today felt special. The sky was so blue, and the clouds looked just like fluffy castles. As Benny greeted the day, he spotted his friends gathered in a circle under the biggest oak tree: Millie, the field mouse, and Chip, the tiny chipmunk. Millie's sleek brown fur and twitchy whiskers made her look always alert and ready to scurry, while Chip's round cheeks and cheerful grin made Benny smile. "Benny, Benny," Millie called excitedly. "Guess what? We want to play Knights and Dragons today, but we need a castle to protect ourselves." "Oh, yes," piped Chip, his tail flicking like a broom. "But we don't have a castle. What should we do?" Benny's ears twitched. He looked at the pile of boxes left behind by Farmer Tidwell, who had just delivered strawberries to the meadow's edge. They were sturdy and tall, just perfect for building. Benny's eyes gleamed with an idea, a grand idea. "We shall build our very own castle," Benny declared, striking a heroic pose. The ends of his crimson scarf flapped like regal banners. "Not just any castle, but a mighty fortress to keep our friends safe from any silly dragon." Millie clapped her tiny paws, and Chip spun in a happy circle. "You're the bravest knight, Benny," Chip cheered. Without delay, the three friends set to work. Benny's clever paws were quick and precise, folding and tucking the cardboard boxes into strong walls. Millie scampered about, gathering twigs and colorful leaves for decorations. Chip collected smooth pebbles to line the castle's pathways. Soon their cardboard castle began to take shape. There were tall towers, perfect for spotting pretend dragons on the horizon, and a grand front gate that Benny designed with a secret latch, hidden behind his vest's pocket, of course. Inside, they made a cozy throne with a red clover cushion, just the right size for a mouse, and a lookout post with plenty of room for a chipmunk's tail. As they built, Benny explained, "A good knight protects everyone, big or small. In our castle, all friends are welcome." With every piece they added, the castle became more magical. Benny drew brave shields on the towers with berry juice, while Millie hung little garlands of daisies. Chip even made a flag from a dandelion leaf and stuck it proudly on the highest spire. When the castle was finished, they stepped back and admired their work. It was splendid. The walls gleamed in the sunlight, and every corner burst with color and life. Benny, feeling both shy and proud, asked, "Shall we begin our adventure?" Millie squeaked, "Yes, brave Sir Benny." Chip agreed, "Onward, Sir Knight." Benny fashioned himself a heroic knight's helmet from a fold of cardboard and tucked his crimson scarf up like a royal sash. He led the way, gently swinging a stick as his trusty sword. Millie took on the role of the wise queen, sitting tall on her clover throne, while Chip became the lookout, shouting reports from the top tower. But soon, trouble arrived in a most unexpected form. A gusty wind came skipping across the meadow, tugging at the cardboard walls and ruffling Benny's vest. "Oh dear!" Chip cried from the lookout tower. "The wind is trying to take our castle." Benny's emerald eyes sparkled with courage. "Don't worry," he said, his bent ear tilting in determination. "A good knight protects the castle and all his friends." Quick as a wink, Benny darted into action. He gathered strong pebbles and used them to anchor the castle's corners. He showed Millie and Chip how to tie the twigs and leaves to the castle walls with grass twine, making them sturdier. His little paws worked swiftly and surely, never stopping for a moment. The wind whooshed and whistled, making the leaves tremble and Benny's scarf dance. But with Benny's brave leadership, their castle stood firm. Soon, the wind grew tired and drifted away, leaving the cardboard fortress safe and sound. "Oh, Benny, you are the bravest knight ever!" Millie cheered, her tiny eyes shining with gratitude. Benny smiled and gave a little bow, his scarf ends fluttering. "It wasn't just me," he said kindly. "We all helped. Every knight needs friends, after all." The friends celebrated their victory by hosting a grand castle feast. Millie brought sweet crumb cakes, Chip brought juicy berries, and Benny shared crunchy carrot sticks from his secret vest pocket. They munched and giggled, telling stories of imaginary dragons and daring rescues. Later, as the sun began to set, scattering golden rays across the meadow, a gentle voice called out, "May I join your castle, brave knights?" It was Lila the squirrel, looking shy with her bushy tail curled around her. "I heard you built a wonderful castle, but I was too nervous to ask." Benny hopped forward, his emerald eyes kind and warm. "Of course, Lila. All friends are welcome in our castle. Come inside." Lila's face lit up, and she scampered in to join the feast. She brought acorn cookies to share, and soon all four friends were laughing and telling tales together. As dusk fell, and the fireflies blinked their tiny lanterns across the meadow, Benny led everyone in a game of pretend. He waved his stick sword and with a dramatic sweep of his scarf declared, "As long as our castle stands, no friend need ever feel alone or afraid. I, Sir Benny the Brave, promise always to protect you." The friends cheered and hugged each other, feeling safe and happy inside their cardboard castle. The night was filled with gentle laughter and friendship stronger than any wind. The warm glow of their little fortress shined very bright, guiding other critters from across the meadow to come and join them one by one. Before sleep, they curled up together in the cozy castle, listening to the crickets and the rustling leaves. Benny gazed out the little cardboard window at the stars. He felt proud, not because he had built a castle, but because he had made a safe, happy place for all his friends. And from that day on, whenever anyone in the meadow needed a brave knight or just a kind friend, they knew where to find one. Benny the bunny, with his bent-tipped ear, sparkling green eyes, sky-blue vest, and fluttering crimson scarf, would be there, ready for any adventure the day might bring. And so the cardboard castle stood at the heart of the meadow, a place where courage, kindness, and friendship always reigned. And Benny the bunny, knight of the meadow, watched over it all, brave, cheerful, and ready for whatever wonders tomorrow would bring. The end.